Are you a procrastinator? If you haven't answered already, it means you are. It's too late. And evidently, according to statistics, 95% of us procrastinate. And in lockdown, it's even worse because you could wait till like lunchtime before you clean your teeth. How are you going to have a routine in this crazy, endless blizzard of nothingness? How are we going to deal with procrastination? You don't want to be a procrastinator, do you? You don't want to waste your life. I mean, what if there is no afterlife where you blend once more with the limitless consciousness and this is the only time you're going to be alive on a beautiful planet? Well, we've got to enjoy every minute. In this video, I'm going to provide you with actual proper tips. We're going to understand procrastination and by God, we're going to beat it together. Are we? Yes, we are. No, we aren't. Yes, we bloody well are.
All right, do you find yourself doing this? I'll just do it tomorrow. No, I'm not going to do that.
I do find myself doing that. What I find myself doing is I ain't doing nothing until someone's on the phone going, where's that thing? And then I'll go, shit, oh God. Like people ask me to write little things, write that thing. Like I'm always, I was like it, was you like it as a kid? Like, yeah, of course you were on the 6-week holidays. I don't need to do all this homework. I got 6 weeks, baby. 6 weeks will never end. 6 weeks, 6 weeks. Oh no, school on morrow, school on morrow. But now we're our own parents. There's no bigger ussies to look after ussies. We got to look after ussies. So we're going to have to incorporate these tips into our lives, create our own structures, not for some sort of senseless, mindless purpose, to turn ourselves into, I don't know, productive little units in this capitalist machine. No, but to engage with meaning and purpose.
Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
I always put off to tomorrow everything. One of my catchphrases is that a real deadline? Is it? What happens if you don't do it? What's going to happen if you don't do it? I don't know why. I'm like so predisposed to doing stuff at the absolute last minute. What am I getting from it?
You know who said that? Thomas Jefferson. Well, it's also been attributed to Benjamin Franklin.
Do you feel a bit more guilty than you already do? Yeah. Job done. Thank you, Jefferson.
Either way, the founding fathers were trying to make procrastinators feel a bit more guilty than they already do.
It's bringing a lot of guilt into the subject, isn't it? Guilt, 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 shame. What's the subtext here? You're not good enough. Like, what happens to just living in the natural flow of life? What is this voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough? Where is it coming from? Who are these various people? One that's persecuting you and one that's saying, oh, I can't be bothered to do the laundry. We've got to, I think, find a way of getting above and beyond all of this mad cacophony of guilt-inducing inner instruction.
The New York Times looks at why so many of us are guilty of procrastination. The article says putting off a necessary project is not about laziness. It's a way of coping with challenging emotions and negative moods induced by certain tasks.
84% of us are affected to some degree by procrastination, and 1 in 5 of us procrastinate every single day.
Next time somebody gets upset for you at putting things off, a little procrastination, you can just blame your mom and dad.
Freud, of course, related it to poor toilet training. Freud.
Listen, stop procrastinating.
In a TED talk by master procrastinator, careful Tim Urban, he says that within our brains lie the rational decision maker, the prefrontal cortex, and the limbic system, which he anthropomorphized as a monkey. Sometimes when that monkey hijacks the cerebral cockpit, it chases after instant gratification, dopamine and chemicals. I let that monkey drive my whole life for about 10 years. It created a lot of chaos. Now let's get into some proper tips. Mel Robbins, author of the 5-second rule, says the moment you have an instinct to act on a goal, you must act on it immediately or within 5 seconds, otherwise your brain will start leaning towards procrastination. Now, Mel, I can see some real risks there if you're just sort of like, oh, I'm going to start a new life. Right, I'm going to do a loft conversion, let's go! What are you doing? This technique, the 5-second rule, lets your brain eliminate doubts, fears and emotions that hinder you and prevent you from performing. Once you start using the rule correctly, not smashing through the ceiling with an hammer, those 5 seconds become 5 minutes, hours, days until you finish your tasks. Well, that's one technique. Let's have a look at some other techniques suggested for dealing with procrastination, putting some structure in our lives and creating a routine that we can live with. Vanessa Loader, she says, pick your poison. Choose one thing you've been procrastinating about and complete it. All right, so pick something. Start today. Once you've narrowed it down to one task, take immediate action. They're real into rushing this lot, aren't they? What action can I take in less than 5 minutes today that moves this forward even the tiniest bit? Set a timer and spend 5 minutes working on the task. I like to send out a flurry of emails. Do you? Flurry? Good flurry of emails, good flurry of calls. Let's get this thing done. Right, it's your problem now. Do a power hour. Put away all distractions and work in concentrated chunks of time, followed by short periods of rest. I've heard that a lot actually. John Cleese says, like, for creative tasks, just allow yourself 2 hours where you're just going to play and create fun and a lack of distraction. So I know I'm teasing Vanessa Loader. These are spot on techniques. Kill it with kindness. Research shows the more you can forgive yourself for past procrastination, the more likely you are to overcome your current procrastination and take action. Practice self-compassion when thinking of your past experience procrastinating. So, okay, forgive yourself, give yourself a clean slate, have some clarity of thoughts. A lot of the time I've been told with, like, you know, in the 12-step program that I belong to, we believe a lot in inventorying, like where you list, like, say, harms you've done or things you want to change about yourself or negative emotions or thoughts that you're experiencing. It's very comforting to see that all the things that concern you can actually be put down onto a piece of paper and one by one be dealt with. Have a procrastination power song. Pick a song that really gets you energized and play it whenever you want to tackle something you've been procrastinating about, like maybe Rocky. Get under the hood. Identify your fears. Why have you been procrastinating? Let it go. Most people put way too much on their to-do list. One way to stop procrastinating about something is to decide you're never going to do it. Just abandon it. That's pretty good, actually. Just let go of the illusion. You're never going to climb Mount Everest with, say, Wim Hof wants me to climb Mount Everest with him in a pair of, yes, you guessed it, swimming trunks. Maybe I will do that. What about, like, if you're going to row the Atlantic in a little rowboat with just one other bloke? This would be me, out of Portsmouth. Oh no, man, I want to go home. I want to watch the television. I'm lonely. I can't just eat this powder. It's too stormy out here. Ah, seagull. Make a bet. Choose a day and a time within the week to complete the task and make a bet with a friend to see if you complete in time. Gambling? that's not the way out of this. Make it fun. Another way to motivate yourself to complete a task is to create a reward which you'll give yourself once it's been completed. Oh, I like that. Research shows the human brain responds to reward stimulus, and this could be a good way to create habits. Like, do you do the exercise every day? The person that I exercise with once said, even saying well done to yourself. I was like, that ain't gonna cut it for me. Tim Urban, he got some more tips. There are two components to be able to achieve things in a healthy and effective manner: planning and doing. Planning, make a big list but prioritize one item at a time. No problem, I'll do it, Tim. Doing, put away all distractions and get started. Now, I'm a writer. I have to write articles, I have to write books. This requires, essentially, you have to remove all possible alternatives because anything is more interesting than starting writing. I love it once I'm into the actual writing, but I'd sort of rather study that cup. So yeah, I have to remove all possible distractions. I've got this new Audible original, Revelation, where I talk about sacredness and awakening from a spiritual but also a political perspective. If you want to get a free chapter, go to my website now, click on the link and become a member of my collective, my ARC. You'll get sent a free chapter to listen to, or you can get the whole thing. The link to Audible is in the description. Sorry for interrupting myself there with myself. What a narcissist. Thank you. Okay, and now this is where the rubber meets the road. This is what I actually do to beat procrastination and to have structure, is I pray and meditate straight away in the day to get my head in good space. Then I think about some things I could do for other people over the course of the day and then try and get them done. Even if it's just making phone calls, checking out on how people are, so that my whole life isn't just obsessing about what I'm doing, because this loop of obsession is no good for me. I have to turn my life into a sort of blend between an upscale rehabilitation centre and a very, very nice, cosy prison with only me in the prison. I don't want anyone else in the prison bullying me, telling me what to do or anything. But if I don't have structure, chaos. Chaos is there waiting. Chaos is under the surface of all order. When I'm actually engaging in a creative task, I do remove all possible distractions. But for me, I think a structured life in general is necessary. I have a thing that I'm working on inspired by Patrick Kearns, which is called the Russell Brand Index, where I look at areas of my life and give myself a mark out of 10 for how I'm doing in that area of my life. How well am I doing as a parent? How well am I doing as a dog owner? How well am I doing as a driver? Always a very high score in that area. How well am I doing with my working life? Think of how well am I doing with my diet, my eating. And then, like, if any of those things from 0 to 10 drop below 5, then you think, uh-oh, that's a problem. And if they all start dropping, you're probably depressed now, Russell, and you need to seek urgent help. Essentially, this comes down to awareness. Awareness of the problem, awareness of the solution, instantiation, of the solution, and then getting support. I agree with loads of what these experts said, these people that have studied it, who I'm being have been quite frivolous about. They've got really, really good tips and suggestions there, and I would definitely include some of those in any routines. But like, I do use those techniques, I recognise, mostly myself through the 12-step program, which is built upon maintaining clarity of mind so that I don't start drifting into behaviours and actions to make myself feel good, because I'm conscious and aware most of the time. Also, bloody hell, give yourself a break. This is a mental, crazy, insane time. Let's all give ourselves a break. Let's all calm right down.